Hello, everybody, and welcome to our Money 2020 USA video series. My name is Tyler Pay, as you'll all know. I'm a reporter at FinTech Futures. I'm here on the ground in Las Vegas, Nevada, with the wonderful Molly Poppie, the Chief Product Officer and Chief Analytics Officer of Experian North America. Molly, how are you?
Great. Thank you so much for having me. This is
It's
wonderful.
fantastic to have you with us. Thank you so much for taking the time as well to come and meet with us today. We're going to be speaking a lot about the use of AI and in financial services, obviously a massive talking point today at Money 2020, but we're going to be looking a little bit further, digging down into that topic. What's the role of data? How does that affect compliance? Lots of really interesting topics to come up in this conversation. But before we get going, why don't you give our viewers online just a little bit of a brief of who you are, your work at Experian. Tell us a little bit about that.
My name is Molly Poppie. I've been with Experian a little over a year. I'm the Chief Product and Analytics Officer for our Financial Services Division in North America. And really what we're responsible for is making sure that we can have data, software capabilities that allow our clients, which are primarily lenders, to make decisions about credit.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, that's really, really good. Thank you for that intro. As I mentioned in my intro, we were going to talk about AI. A lot of discussions about the use of AI in financial services at the moment. But if we go a step sort of back from that, we get to the question on data, good data sets, quality data sets. Can you tell me a little bit about sort of the connection between data and AI and why are those two so interconnected?
Yeah, absolutely. So today, a lot of the focus and discussion around AI is about the technology, which is really exciting. There's a lot of progress being made, a lot of innovation, but the technology is only as good as the data that goes into it. And so really, what we want to make sure is that we at Experian have high quality data that is differentiated, that really allow lenders and all of our clients to make the most informed decisions for the consumers. And so we're looking at a lot of new differentiated data assets, things like cash flow, buy now, pay later data, income data, and all of these different data assets are actually going to be able to underpin the use of AI to make better, smarter, faster decisions.
Is there a specific data asset that you would see as more valuable to the application of AI?
Oh, great question. Honestly, to me, it's having comprehensive, fresh data, so
Yeah.
recent data, as well as high quality data. So if you have partial data, data that has a lot of gaps, data that wasn't collected correctly, that's really where the issues are going to be. And so as long as you have those three things, coverage, quality, and freshness, I think a lot of the data that's out there about consumers' behavior and what's going on in the broader industry, macro environment trends can really be useful and can power these tools to help everyone make better decisions.
And that's exactly sort of where Experian comes into
Yes.
that equation. Talking then, moving on to compliance in AI, can you tell me a little bit more about how this is all functioning in like a legal sense?
Yeah, absolutely. So when we think about AI, there's a lot of focus on how these tools can be used for good to make better decisions, to help with lending. However, these tools are also being used by fraudsters to increase fraud in the industry. And so what we see is that there's actually been an increase in compliance over the past year. About 95% of financial institutions have told us that they're seeing increased model risk management regulations and requests coming in. And so when we think about what that means is that there's a lot more focus on making sure that the models that they build, how they make decisions are auditable and transparent. And so really, we're looking for ways that we can help our clients as these challenges come up.
Mm. And so then what if we take AI out of the
Yeah.
equation? If it's like a manual, like paper-based processes for
Yes.
compliance, can you tell me a little bit more about that and what are
Yes.
the costs of being so manual?
Yes, yeah. So what we see is that over 60% of lenders have completely manual processes today. And when they have those manual processes, on average, it's about 29 people are involved in any sort of model risk management process. And in some organizations, that's up to 50 people. So for a given team, you can think about this, it can take up to 30% of their time that they're actually spending doing model risk management and not focusing on innovation and things that are going to drive ROI for their company.
So we've talked a lot about automation and compliance. Can you talk to me a little bit more about that, like how that process is being enabled in the credit space?
Sure. So what we're doing at Experian is we've built AI capabilities that allow our clients to do model risk management in a much more automated and seamless way. And this has a number of benefits. All of that time that's being spent on the manual processes today can be reduced, and so the teams can focus more on innovation. In addition, it will allow for more stable, consistent, and reduce the number of errors in the process, and allow our clients to accelerate the acceptances that they're able to give to consumers when they're looking for lending.
Fantastic. And in terms of like looking ahead,
Yeah.
then that's a very sort of like core focus of Money 2020 is almost to like look into the future. Where do you think the intersection between sort of AI, data, and compliance is going to go, and how does experience sort of like fit into that?
Yeah, great question. So really what we're doing is we're making sure that we have the best high quality, fresh, complete, differentiated data that you can then use with our Ascend platform, which is a software that enables our clients to do their work a lot more effectively and seamlessly. And then when you layer on top of that some of these AI capabilities around things like model risk management, assistance that can help them work more efficiently, we really see this as an opportunity for lenders who take advantage of this to leap ahead and get more ROI and provide better solutions to both consumers as well as businesses.
Fantastic. Well, Molly, it's been really fantastic to speak with you today and to hear more about what Experian has got going on with AI and data. I wish you all the best for the rest of Money 2020 USA, and I hope that we can reconnect again soon to hear more updates from this space. Thank you, everybody who has joined us online for this conversation. If you'd like to hear more about Experian and their data solutions, then please feel free to head over to their website. Or if you'd like to find out more about Money 2020 and the daily coverage, that's also up on FinTech Futures website now. My name has been Tyler Page. This is Molly Poppie, the Chief Product and Analytics Officer at Experian North America. Fantastic to meet you, Molly.
Great to
Thank you
meet you.
very
Enjoy
much.
the rest of your Money 2020.
You too.